Hello everyone, Namaskar and welcome to my channel Maths Guidance. My name is Gagan Kumar. So today is going to be the ninth lecture of this series of chapter 1, that is number system, and today we are going to discuss rationalization of denominator and what is the rationalizing factor. Both of these we will discuss, and then we will move on to laws of exponents, the radicals, and the formula. We have 3 4 formula for this, so we will go on to check this, and later on we will see some problems related with these topics. So hopefully this is going to be the last video of this series, and then we will solve some problems for the whole chapter. So theoretically maybe this is the last chapter, so please watch my video. Thank you very much. So friends, let us start rationalization. So the definition is like this: when the denominator of an expression is irrational, then the process of converting its denominator to a rational number is called rationalization or rationalizing the denominator. So in this definition, you check here irrational. Denominator is irrational. Irrational means you may have square root, or you may have anything other than a square root, any radical sign. So if both of these are there, then it is irrational. Okay. And the next thing, you check here that you are converting the denominator to a rational number. Okay. Suppose we will see it with an example. So basically in the denominator we will have irrational number and we will convert it to rational number. That is called rationalizing the denominator. Let us check with an example, very simple example, 1 by root 2. So here the denominator is having root 2, that is square root of 2, and this is irrational. Now we want to convert this to rational number. So what will we do? We know that root 2 multiplied by root 2 is equal to 2. This is the simplest way to convert this into rational number. This is a rational number. So we cannot only multiply the denominator by root 2. We will have to equalize the expression. So we will multiply numerator and denominator with root 2. Okay. So that the expression will be same, 1 by root 2. If we multiply the numerator and denominator by root 2, the expression will be same. Just we are rationalizing the denominator by doing this. So the numerator will be root 2 and denominator will be 2. So in this way we can say that this lies somewhere between 0 and root 2. That is root 2 by 2. Suppose this is the number line, this is 0 and this is root 2, let us suppose. So this 1 by root 2, you cannot tell where does it lie, but this root 2 by 2, you can tell that it lies between 0 and root 2, somewhere between 0 and root 2. That will be root 2 by 2 or 1 by root 2, same thing. We have rationalized it here. So we will now, this is the process of rationalizing the denominator. Now this root 2 by 2 which we have multiplied in the numerator and denominator, so here comes a term called rationalizing factor. What is this rationalizing factor? This is the number with which we rationalize the denominator. Suppose, let us take another example. Suppose we have been given a simple example. Let us take 1 by 3 plus root 2. Okay, 1 by 3 plus root 2. So how will we rationalize it, the denominator? This is irrational number. So we will multiply the numerator and denominator by 3 minus root 2. 3 minus root 2. So that the denominator will be a rational number. Why will we multiply with this? Let us see. 3 plus root 2 multiplied by 3 minus root 2, that will be equal to a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. means 3 square minus root 2 square, that will be equal to 9 minus 2. 2 square equal to 2, that is equal to 7. So this comes a rational number. That is why we multiply with this. Now this expression will become 3 minus root 2 in the numerator, and in the denominator it will be 7. Now this is in the denominator this is a rational number. Okay, so rationalizing factor, what is the rationalizing factor? If the product of two irrational numbers become a rational number, then that numbers are called the rationalizing factor. Each one will be called the rationalizing factor. So how will we write it? If the multiplication, or if the product of two numbers, of two irrational numbers, if the product of two irrational numbers is a rational number, then each of the irrational numbers are called the rationalizing factor, of each other, rationalizing factor of each other. If we say that 3 minus root 2 is rationalizing factor of 3 plus root 2, then 3 plus root 2 will also be rationalizing factor of 3 minus root 2. This will act both the way. Okay, so let's see further what's on. So now we can say that for rationalizing the denominator of a number, we multiply its numerator and denominator by its rationalizing factor. This is the simplest way of rationalizing the denominator. So let us see with the examples. I have taken 3 examples in which the denominators are of different types. So it will be a good practice if we practice all the 3 questions. All the 3 denominators are of different type. Let us check first one, that is 5 by root 3 minus root 5. So we can write this expression is equal to, if we rationalize the denominator, 5 by root 3 minus root 5 multiplied by root 3 plus root 5, and denominator also root 3 plus root 5. So why are we multiplying with this one? Because this way we will get the rational number if you multiply this one. So okay, let's move. In the numerator it will be root 3 plus root 5, and in the denominator you will have a minus b into a plus b, that is equal to a square minus b square. So it will be root 3 square minus root 5 square. Now it comes out to be 5 root 3 plus root 5 divided by root 3 square is 3 and root 5 square is 5. So it will come out 5 root 3 plus root 5 divided by minus 2. So we don't write minus in the bottom, you write like this way, minus 5 by 2 and root 3 plus root 5. So this is our answer. This way we have rationalized the denominator. Very simple. It is root 3 minus root 5, then we will multiply by root 3 plus root 5. This is called the rationalizing factor, RF, rationalizing factor. Okay. So let's see the next one. Second one was root 3 plus root 2 divided by root 3 minus root 2. Okay. Root 3 plus root 2 divided by root 3 minus root 2. So we will write like this way, root 3 plus root 2 divided by root 3 minus root 2, and we will multiply with root 3 plus root 2 because we have to rationalize the denominator. Okay, root 3 plus root 2. The sign will be changed so that it will become a rational number, that is equal to, in the numerator it will be root 3 plus root 2 whole square, root 3 plus root 2 whole square, because both are same, and in the denominator it will be a minus b into a plus b, that is equal to a square minus b square. So root 3 square minus root 2 square, that will be equal to, in the numerator we can write directly a plus b whole square, means a square plus b square plus 2ab. ab is root 3 and root 2. Okay, and in the denominator root 3 square is 3 minus root 2 square is 2. Okay, it will come out to be 3 plus 2 plus 2, and root over 3 multiplied by root over 2 you can write like this, root over 3 multiplied by 2 divided by 1, that is equal to 5 plus 2 root 6. 1 you can eliminate, so this will be answer. This way we have done this. Okay, now let's take the third one. What is the third one? The third question is 1 by 7 plus 3 root 2. Okay, third one is 1 by 7 plus 3 root 2. So we will write 1 by 7 plus 3 root 2. First of all, write the expression itself, then the rationalizing factor. What is the rationalizing factor? This one is the rationalizing factor. Only change the sign. Okay, so this will be equal to, the numerator is this one, and in the denominator we have a plus b multiplied by a minus b, so a square minus b square. So 7 square minus 3 root 2 square, that is equal to 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by 49 minus 3 3 is 9 and 2, 9 2 is 18. It will be 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by 1 and 3. So this is our answer. 7 minus 3 root 2 divided by 31. Okay, let's move on to next topic. Now I have taken two questions of the same type but with different calculation. If a and b are rational numbers, the first question is, if a and b are rational numbers and root 11 minus root 7 divided by root 11 plus root 7 is equal to a minus b root 77, find the values of a and b. Okay, the second question is also same but only the numbers are different, so we will solve both the problems. Okay, what we have been given, this expressions value we have been given in the terms of a and b, and we have to find a and b. So what we require to do is first rationalize this one and check what comes. Okay, so the number given is root 11 minus root 7 divided by root 11 plus root 7. Okay, so what we will do, root 11 minus root 7 divided by root 11 plus root 7, we will multiply by the rationalizing factor. And what will be the factor? The factor will be root 11 minus root 7. Okay, root 11 minus root 7, because here it is plus, so we will keep it minus here in the keeping in regard with the denominator, we will keep the rationalizing factor. So root 11 minus root 7. So in the numerator we will have root 11 minus root 7 whole square, both are same, and divided by this one will be a plus b, a minus b. So a square minus b square. A square will be root 11 square minus b square will be root 7 square. Now you can break this one, a minus b whole square, that will be equal to a square plus b square minus 2 root a root b. You can keep the sign multiplication here, divided by 11 minus 7. Okay, so this will come out 11 plus 7 minus 2 root 77 and divided by 4, that is equal to 18 minus 2 root 77 divided by 4. You can divide by 2 also. You can take 2 out. 2, 9 minus root 77 divided by 2 multiplied by 2, 1 2 you can cancel, that will be equal to 9 minus root 77 divided by 2, that will be equal to 9 by 2 minus 1 by 2 root 77. Now you will compare with this one, you have been given a minus b root 77. Okay, a minus b root 77. So now you can easily compare and say that a is equal to 9 by 2 and b is equal to, a is equal to 9 by 2, b is equal to 1 by 2, because minus sign is there, minus sign is there. So coefficient will be, here coefficient is b, here coefficient is 1 by 2. So a equal to 9 by 2 and b equal to 1 by 2. So this will be our answer. Okay, this is one type of question. Later on we will see different types of questions also. So now let us solve second one. Second one is also same type, but only the calculation will be different. Here we have been given 4 plus 3 root 5 divided by 4 minus 3 root 5 is equal to a plus b root 5. Okay, no problem, we will do it. We have been given 4 plus 3 root 5 divided by 4 minus 3 root 5. This is equal to a plus b root 5. Okay, a plus b root 5. This we have been given. First of all, we will write 4 plus 3 root 5 divided by 4 minus 3 root 5 is equal to 4 plus 3 root 5 by 4 minus 3 root 5 multiplied by the rationalizing factor, that will be, here it is minus, so it will be 4 plus 3 root 5. Okay, so now you can write it 4 plus 3 root 5 whole square divided by a minus b, a plus b, so a square minus b square. Now you can break this one, a plus b whole square, so 4 square plus 3 root 5 square plus 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 root 5. Okay, divided by 16 minus 3 root 5 square. 3 root 5 square means 3 square 9 and root 5 square 5 means 45. Okay, this numerator will 16 plus 45, 3 root 5 square is 45 plus 2 4 is 8, 3 is 24 root 5 divided by 16 minus 45, that is equal to 40, 10, 50 plus 60, 61 plus 24 root 5 divided by this minus, means 15 minus 6, 9, 3 minus 1, 2, that will be minus 29. So you can write it like this, minus 61 by 29, minus 61 by 29, then again you can write minus 24 root 5 by 29, because minus is with this 29. So here you will, if you break it, here also it will be minus, here also it will be minus. Okay, now you compare this with what we have been given, a plus b root 5. Okay, now you compare this with a plus b root 5, you compare it. So in the place of a you will get minus 61 by 29 and in the place of b you will get minus 24 by 29, 24 by 29, minus 61 by 29 minus 24 by 29, this will be our answer. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So I have taken two questions. Question 1 is, if x is equal to 4 minus root 15, find the value of x plus 1 by x. And the second question is, if x equal to 2 plus root 3, find the value of x square plus 1 by x. So let us solve one by one. The first one is, what we have been given? Given is x is equal to 4 minus root over 15 and we have to find x plus 1 by x. Means we have to first find what is 1 by x. So 1 by x is equal 1, we can write 1 by 4 minus root 15. So basically this is irrational in the denominator, so we will rationalize it. X we have been given 1 by x equal to, so how we will rationalize it? 4 minus root 15 and we will multiply with rationalizing factor, that is equal to 4 plus root 15 divided by 4 plus root 15. Okay, so in the numerator 4 plus root 15 and in the denominator a minus b into a plus b. So a square minus b square, a square minus b square. So 4 plus root 15 divided by 16 minus 15. This will come 1. So we can directly write it 4 plus root 15. Now 1 by x is equal to this. Now we have to find out x plus 1 by x. So x plus 1 by x will be equal to 4 minus root 15 plus 1 by x is this one, 4 plus root 15. So this minus and plus, it will cancel out, and 4 plus 4 equal to 8. So answer will be 8. Okay. Let's solve next problem. Question number 2. Solution 2. Here we have to find x square plus 1 by x square. We have been given x, value of x. What is given? Given is x is equal to 2 plus root 3. X is equal to 2 plus root 3. Okay. And we have to find x square plus 1 by x square. So our approach should be like this. When we do this one, x plus 1 by x whole square, what do we get? X square plus 1 by x square plus 2 multiplied by x multiplied by 1 by x. A plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. Basically this will cancel out. X square plus 1 by x square plus 2. And this will be our approach, because we have to find out x square plus 1 by x square. This one we have to find out. So simply x square plus 1 by x square will be equal to x plus 1 by x square, x plus 1 by x whole square minus of 2 from this expression. So we can find this one, x plus 1 by x whole square, because x is given, 1 by x we can find out. So now let's find out 1 by x. What will be 1 by x? 1 by x will be 1 by 2 plus root over 3. Now we will rationalize this one. 1 by 2 plus root 3 multiplied by 2 minus root 3 divided by 2 minus root 3. Okay, here it is plus, so we will multiply it with minus sign, rationalizing factor. So this will come out 2 minus root 3 divided by a plus b into a minus b. That will be a square minus b square. So 2 minus root 3 divided by 4 minus 3, that will be come out 1. So directly you can write this one, 2 minus root 3. In the denominator it will come out 1. Now we have got our 1 by x as 2 minus root 3. Okay, x we have been given 2 plus root 3. So we have to find out this one, x square plus 1 by x, and we put in this formula, this relation, x plus 1 by x. First we find out x plus 1 by x, that will come out x is 2 plus root 3, 2 plus root 3 plus 1 by x is this one, 2 minus root 3. So this cancel out, it will come out 4. So now x plus 1 by x whole square, that is equal to 4 square, that is equal to 16. And when we put in this expression, so x square plus 1 by x square is equal to x plus 1 by x whole square minus 2. X plus 1 by whole square is equal to 16, and minus 2, that is equal to 14. This will be our answer. So this one was a different question. The approach was different to solve it. This is important question. We have been given x, and we have to find the value of x square plus 1 by x square. Okay, so our approach should be like this, that x plus 1 by x whole square is equal to x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. We have to find out this expression. So this expression is equal to x plus 1 by x whole square minus 2. So like the earlier before the problem, x we have been given, we will find out 1 by x, and then x plus 1 by x, and then x plus 1 by x whole square, and simply it comes out to be like this. Okay, so now this is the last topic of this chapter, the number system. This is the last topic, that is laws of radicals or exponents. If suppose we have, let a is greater than 0 be a real number, a is greater than 0 be a real number, and p and q are rational numbers, then we have these four laws of radicals or exponents. The first one is a to the power p multiplied by a to the power q is equal to a to the power p plus q. We simply add these exponents. Okay, a to the power p plus q. If we have been given like this, a to the power p whole to the power q, that will be equal to a to the power pq. Okay, and a to the power p divided by a to the power q is equal to a to the power p minus q. And the fourth one is a to the power p multiplied by b to the power p is equal to ab to the power p. Okay, we have done it in our previous classes, in 8th class or 7th class we have seen it. So let us now solve some problems using these formulas. Okay, so question, let us take 2-3 questions. First one is, let us take this one, 125 power 1 by 3. Second one is, let us take second one, 7 to the power 5 by 6. Okay, 7 to the power 5 by 6 multiplied by 7 to the power 2 by 3. Okay, third one, let us take 6 to the power 1 by 4 divided by 6 to the power 1 by 5. Okay, let us solve this just for an easy understanding. Later on we will take the problems extensively when we will do the overall chapters questions. We will take more problems. Let us take this for little bit understanding. First one is 125 power 1 by 3. So 125 we can write 5 to the power 3. We know it, 5 to the power 3 is 125. 5 5 is 25, 25 5 is 125. Now you can see this one, you compare with the formulas, 5 to the power 3 power 1 by 3. You check here, a to the power p whole power q, that is equal to a to the power pq. So you write it, p to the power means this is a, 5 to the power pq, 3 multiplied by 1 by 3, that is equal to 5 to the power 1, that is equal to 5, and this will be our answer. Okay, next one, 7 to the power 5 by 6 multiplied by 7 to the power 2 by 3. Here the catch is here, this is 2 by 3 and this is 5 by 6. You convert it to the same denominator, same base. Okay, so here I am writing 2 by 3 is equal to 2 by 3 multiplied by, we need 6 in the denominator, so multiplied by 2. Okay, so 4 by 6 basically. 2 by 3 equal to 4 by 6. You can rewrite it as 7 to the power 5 by 6 multiplied by 7 to the power 4 by 6. Okay, now what will you do? That this is equal to 7 to the power like this, 7 to the power p, 7 to the power, yes, like this one, a to the power p into a to the power q equal to a to the power p plus q. So here a to the power p plus q means 5 by 6 plus 4 by 6, that is equal to 7 to the power 9 by 6, or you can write it 7 to the power 3 by 3 3 9 3 3 6. This one will be our answer, 7 to the power 3 by 2. Or if you don't want to write, you can further reduce this one will be equal to 7 to the power 3 by 2, that will be equal to square root of 7 to the power q. Further if you want to do it, then 7 and 7 root 7, this will be our answer, because here there are 3 7s, square root 2 7 will come out 1 7, and 1 under root 7 it will be here, so 7 root 7 will be our answer. Okay, but you can leave it here also, I have calculated further on, no problem. Third one is 6 to the power 1 by 4 by 6 to the power 1 by 4 divided by 6 to the power 1 by 5. This is the question. So this is very simple. A to the power p by a to the power q is equal to a to the power p minus q. So basically you will do this one. Okay, you can see here a to the power p by a to the power q equal to a to the power p minus q. Here it is same. So now you have to do this one calculation. 4 5 is 20, 5 minus 4, that is equal to 6 to the power 1 by 20. This one will be your answer. 6 to the power 1 by 20. Okay. So you have seen all the three simplifications, expression simplifications. So this is the end of the chapter, theoretical end of the chapter. Okay, now let's move on. So friends, this lecture 9 we have covered the remaining portion of the chapter 1, that is number system. We saw the process of rationalizing the denominator, and we also knew what is the rationalizing factor. So we did some problems also, some questions regarding this topic, rationalizing the denominator and rationalizing factor. And later we solved some more problems of different type, where our approach is different. So we have seen lots of questions, and then we moved on to laws of exponents or radicals, and we solved some problems in this topic also. So the theory is complete for this chapter 1. The theory has been completed by me in this chapter 1. Now we will do the problems of the entire chapter. Maybe 1 or 2 lecture it will take, but we will solve some more problem, so that the concept will be clear at all. So let's hope you like the chapter, you like all the topics, or like all the lectures, and please do like, share and subscribe my video. Thank you very much.